Army splashy. Jimin's words left Jungkook speechless. What really happened? Flush Face Fire, a huge stir rerolls the global ARMY fandom after an unexpected moment between Jimin and Jungkook sticks out to the surface. In the past 24 hours, social media has been filled with speculation, snippets of videos, transcripts of conversations, and analysis of fans trying to guess what really happened. It's no secret that the two youngest members of BTS are known for having an emotional dynamic that always attracts attention, but this time the situation is different, more intense, and much more personal than any moment ever captured before. It all started with a short recording, only a few seconds long, but the impact was like an earthquake that shook the entire fandom. The footage shows Jungkook speaking in a cheerful tone, a little excited as usual, until suddenly Jimin utters a single sentence that makes the magne immediately speechless, lowered his head, and lost for words. ARMY who watched the moment was immediately made transfixed. In a matter of minutes, the video spread across the platform and various theories began to emerge, although the original source of the video has yet to be officially confirmed, whether from behind-the-scenes rehearsals, a boardroom, or accidentally leaked off-camera footage. The strong impression left by Jungkook's expression made the moment a highlight. What is heard in the recording is Jimin's voice that is soft, but firm, with an unusual tone, not angry, not joking, but like a mixture of concern, honesty, and something that he has endured. And ARMY knew one thing: when Jimin spoke in such a tone, it was a sign that something very important was happening behind the scenes. An anonymous source from the Korean music industry, who said he was on set that day, revealed that the situation between Jimin and Jungkook was not a conflict, but rather a serious conversation about a decision Jungkook had recently made. A decision that even the members were less prepared to accept. Jungkook is showing signs of a major change in himself, both in terms of his career and personal life. He seems to think more, is more often alone after training, and a few times even seen chatting with the staff. But what made Jimin finally raise his voice? What makes Jungkook silent? Fans began to combine pieces of information from various previous moments. Jungkook often mentions that he is considering something much bigger than anything he has ever done. In a live not so long ago, he said that he wanted to do something with all his heart, although he was not ready to tell about it to others. At that time, ARMY considered it as a new musical plan, a possible solo album, or a major collaboration with an international artist. But now, after that tense moment, speculation is expanding far beyond initial conjecture. Jimin, who has always been known as sensitive and considerate, was the first to notice Jungkook's change. An inside source said that a few days before the footage appeared, Jimin had spoken to staff about his concerns. He said Jungkook looked like he was carrying a burden that he doesn't share with anyone, and that made Jimin feel like he needed to do something before it was too late. In the video, while Jungkook is speaking, Jimin cuts in with a clear-sounding line from the ambience mic. The words are not long, but the effect is amazing. If this is really your decision, why didn't you tell me first? That's it. 8 words. And Jungkook immediately fell silent. Jimin's tone of voice when he said it made the ARMY feel an incredible tension. He wasn't scolding Jungkook. He's not mocking her. The tone is like someone who feels hurt because the person he really cares about chooses to carry something alone. Jimin's expression looked very serious, even slightly trembling. While Jungkook, who is usually very quick to react, this time he was unable to say anything. He lowered his head, his hands clenched into small fists, and the water of his face changed drastically. Not angry, not completely sad. More like someone who suddenly feels guilty for realizing something very important. The reaction led the ARMY around the world to send thousands of comments. Some panicked, some were carried away by emotions. Some felt that the moment was too personal for the public to see, but as the night went on, more and more snippets from other videos emerged, showing the continuation of that moment. In a follow-up cut, it could be seen that after a few seconds of silence, Jungkook finally lifted his face, looking at Jimin with slightly teary eyes. "Hyung, I don't want to worry you," he said in a weak voice. It wasn't Jungkook's usual tone. not the confident tone of the golden magne, but the voice of someone who is truly trying to protect the people he cares about most from pain. Fans immediately captured the essence of the moment. Jimin and Jungkook are not fighting. They were talking heart to heart about something Jungkook had been hiding. I don't know what the big decision was, but it was clear that Jimin wanted to be a part of it, or at least wanted to be told first before the entire burden was shouldered by Jungkook alone. After that moment, there was another cut that showed Jimin standing closer to Jungkook. He sighed, then said, "You don't always have to be alone, you know?" And there, Jungkook almost burst into tears. The staff in the room were said to be completely silent, giving space to both. That moment was not just a conversation between group mates, but a conversation between two people who have gone through so much together, from being teenagers to now being two of the greatest artists on the planet. Jungkook was seen rubbing his face for a while, then said almost in a whisper, "Sorry, I just don't know where to start." That sentence made Jimin smile a little, not a happy smile, but a smile that signified relief mixed with sadness. He then gently patted Jungkook on the shoulder and said, "You can start with me." And that moment made the whole army collapse in emotion. Hashtags such as hashtag protect Jungkook, hashtag Jimin we love you, hashtag Jungkook, and hashtag what happened trended instantly rose to the top positions of global trending. There has been no official statement from HYB regarding the context of the conversation, but industry analysts predict that the big decision could have something to do with Jungkook's future musical direction, a risky personal project, or something deeper like mental exhaustion, internal pressure, or perhaps a long-term plan he's not ready to share. But clearly, there was one thing that moved ARMY: the way Jimin showed his love for Jungkook. It's not romantic love, it's not just the love of each other. Yet love in its simplest and purest form, the desire not to see someone he cares about walking alone through something heavy. After the footage circulated, a source from their close environment said that after the conversation, Jimin and Jungkook sat together for quite a while. Jungkook finally explained his decision, and Jimin was said to be the first person who truly listened without judging, without pressuring, but gave his full support. Jimin is also said to have said something that made Jungkook cry for the first time that day. "I will stay with you, whatever you choose." And fans, despite not knowing what the decision was, felt the deep warmth of the relationship of the two. They know that in a stressful world like the global music industry, having someone who is always there, always understands, and always willing to listen is invaluable. To this day, speculation remains. Many are waiting for official clarification. Many also feel no need to know the details, as the moment is so personal and touching that they just want to give space to both. To be sure, this incident shows one thing: behind the grandiose stage, camera glare, and overwhelming global popularity, Jimin and Jungkook are still two human beings who take care of each other in the most sincere way, and for ARMY, that moment will always be a reminder of how deep the two's relationship is and how strong they are through it all together.